NASCAR made a decision, and I didn't agree with it at the time, but it's in the rule book, I guess, so it's just part of it.
Would you do it again?
I don't think so. I mean, hopefully we're not put in that situation again, but things happen, and it is what it is.
What NASCAR say?
They're still going to have to make a decision. I'm sure you'll hear something Tuesday.
Josh, can you just your mindset, just what were you thinking in what you did and getting out of the car?
I mean, we all work really hard, right? And only run X amount of laps, and then have something like a piece of bare bond fall off and put us out of the race. It's really frustrating. Small team. We work really hard, and we got to make our sponsors happy, right? So it doesn't do you any good sitting in the garage, but it is what it is. We'll learn from it and move on.
Were you gesturing when you got out of the car? Like you waved up to the fans over the box, or
just some of the officials in the flag stand? I mean, we're good friends with everybody, so I waved at them. They waved back, but the fans were kind of supportive about it, and that was kind of cool. So hopefully they got a little bit of enjoyment out of it.
A part of that rule.
What do you say to NASCAR when it was your turn to talk in a meeting like this?
Just told them I was a little bit frustrated, but it's in the rule book. So
A part of that rule is that it could be, a lapse, lapse penalty.
Yeah.
Are you frustrated that it wasn't something like that and it was immediately just your part?
I mean, it's up to them, right? So, I mean, it's their sandbox, and we play in it, and I enjoy the Xfinity Series, and I've got respect for Wayne and everybody, so just move on, go to the next one.
Did you not know that was the rule, Josh? Like, did you think like that? Were you surprised when they said?
I was shocked about, how quick it was. It was like, we did lose a piece of bare bond. It's cold, and this stuff's hard to stick, but, I mean, what do you do?
What'd you do while you waited in there for 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever it was?
It was a long time.
It was a long time. What'd you do?
Watched the race. They had some pizza in there. I almost took a nap, but it wasn't too bad.
What kind of pizza did you have?
I don't know what it was, like meat lovers or something. I don't know.
Josh, do you? Every situation is different. When I think back to years and years ago, Kevin Harvick parked. He parked and disobeyed NASCAR at Knoxville, and they didn't run the cup race the next day.
Right.
Do you worry that you might be suspended and not racing COTA next week?
I'm not sure. I mean, like I said, it's up to Wayne and everybody at NASCAR. So, I mean, if that's what the rule is and that's what they decide to do, I mean, every action has a reaction.
Did you do much talking there, or was it all one-sided conversation?
No, I mean, we're all friends, right? So it wasn't too bad. I mean, it is what it is. It's racing, right? You're going to have bad days and good days.
Were you thinking like, man, if I'm gonna have to park it, I'm just gonna stop it here and get out, or were you just?
A long time ago, when I was younger, I had something similar happen to me at a short track. I stopped on the front stretch underneath the flag stand and got out. There wasn't one person sitting in their seat, so I didn't do it to be spiteful or to make a huge scene and cause every one of y'all to stand here. I just wanted to voice my opinion. I felt that it wasn't right, but it's in the rule book.
You're becoming social media darling now.
That's great. I hear Denny Hamlin looking for a guest on his podcast. So.
You offered to pay
He
your
also
fine.
said he'd pay your
Well,
fine.
there you go. Cool. We're in it. So.
Have you been able to see any of that social media stuff?
No, I'm not a real big social media guy, but I'm sure before I drive the motorhome back to Concord, I'm sure I'll get to read some interesting things.
To go through something like that, obviously you were very passionate and felt like at the moment, that you were being wrong. But when you go through something like that, what's the feeling now? And I don't want to put words in your mouth, but is embarrassed something, or how do you feel about after going through this?
No, I mean, I'm a racer. I've been racing since I was 4 years old. I mean, I've been mad before. I've done things wrong. We're all human, right? So it's just something I did, and if I got to pay the price for it, it is what it is.
Saw some fans suggest maybe a T-shirt or some merch with the waves. That's something you might consider.
I don't know. We'll see. I guess everybody does that, right? That's like a trend. You do something cool, and then you got to make a T-shirt. So I don't know.
Just throw up the peace sign more often than gravel productions.
Yeah, I guess it's the flow. Everybody likes the hair.
Your car was drivable. Like, was it not? It's tore up, but like, did you think it was?
Yeah, I mean, we just pushed the nose in, right by the headlight. I mean, it wasn't too bad. We got the hood back down, and we got everything taped up real good, and I didn't think we were going to have an issue. I would say if it was old Atlanta, we would have been struggling the rest of the day, but now, being able to draft and everything, I think we would have been fine, and as long as we could have survived, we could have salvaged a decent finish today.
What do you think a justifiable penalty would have been for Elizabeth Stewart?
I I'm not sure. I've never been a series director, so I'm not 100% sure on what what I would have done. These guys make the rules, so I mean it's written, right?
How big of a race was this for you going in? Obviously, this is these races is an opportunity for more of the field, and I don't know if that was as much part of the frustration for you as having that opportunity taken away today.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we've got a really good program. We've made some progress at DGM, and having Hendrick Motors and things like that, and the support from Chevrolet, we have a good shot to run up front and win at a place like this. We had Cool Ray on the car, and it was their first race this season, and to not be able to showcase our talent and our ability, that really frustrated me more than anything.
Thanks, Josh.